What's good with y'all? It's Jay Bash, and we're gonna be right back in the kitchen today. It's been about 2 years since I dropped my first video on how to make medicated syrup. I'm gonna be very careful on this one with my word choice just because I actually want to be able to get this one monetized. My last one did so well, 11K views over the last 2 years. It keeps getting spikes, but unfortunately when I get my monetization back, I won't be able to monetize off it because I just wasn't being discreet enough with the medicine, if y'all know what I'm saying. So this is gonna be my attempt to make a medicated syrup video within YouTube's guidelines and still help y'all out and hope people are still able to find it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get real creative with the title. But yeah, the biggest difference that's gonna be from this video to the last video is inside the last video, I only did about a quarter of medicine. On this one, we're gonna do a whole 30 grams. So I'm doing a little over an ounce of medicine on this one. So this is gonna be a big batch of medicated syrup. So yeah, this is how you make a bigger batch of medicated syrup. Let's get to it. All right, so in here we got our 30 grams of medicine, and we're gonna decarb on 240 for 45 minutes. All right, we got about 3 minutes left on the decarb, so we're gonna get the water ready. Water, get it simmering, put it at about 7 to get the boil going. Then once we add the medicine to it, we'll probably turn it down to like 6 or 5. But yeah, let's get that going before we put our glycerin in. Now that we got the water simmering, before we add our medicine, we gonna add about, since it's a bigger batch, we gonna do about 4 tablespoons of vegetable glycerin. Now this is something new I'm trying because I had a comment on my last one say that you should add sugar during this process because the body doesn't break down glycerin naturally as well. So you want to add something in there that the body breaks down. So I guess adding sugar on this step, because usually I say just add all your sugar and flavor. You could do all that after if you want to. So this isn't me adding sugar for flavor. This is me adding sugar so the THC has something else to bind to that the body could break down. So just a little bit, less than 1/3 of a cup, just to get it in there. We're gonna stir that up before we add our medicine, and then we got our straining stuff ready. All right, so we added our medicine to the mix. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. Right now I got it on the highest setting. I got my stove up to 9 right now, just cause I'm trying to bring it to a real boil. After we get a nice boil, we're gonna turn it down to 6, and that's when we let it sit for 45 minutes. So yeah, let's stir this up a little bit, try to get a nice boil. Look at that. It's about where we want it. Alright, now that we got it to a boil, we're gonna turn it down. Turn it down on the stove, like I said, to about a 6. In between the 5 and the 6. And now we're gonna let it sit. On my last video for the small batch I did 30 minutes. On this one I'm gonna do 45 minutes just because it's a bigger batch. We wanna make sure this cooks well and bonds with the glycerin. Our timer, 45 minutes. We're gonna let it cook. Alright, 45 minutes is up. Stir it a little bit before we do our transfer. Let me show y'all the straining process. I probably can't record myself doing it because I just don't want to make a mess, but first pour is gonna be in here. Get a little bit of the medicine crumbs out. Then the next pour is gonna be in here. Then back in here. Repeat process with the coffee filters. The coffee filter is really what filters out all the BS. So yeah, the coffee filter transfer is very important. I will go a paper coffee filter with another coffee filter under on the jar. Keep going back and forth until it's clear. So that's what I'm getting ready to do, and I'll show y'all the final result. I'll show a quick clip of just the first filter. As you can see, that paper coffee filter is essential. It gets a lot of the stuff that you can't see. So you come out with a clear product. So this is number 1. I can't get a good focus right now. Still got a little bit to pour. Once it's done filtering, it's gonna be a lot less milky. That milky look is gonna be gone. Alright, and here's our final product. I probably did about 6 or 7 strains. I might even do a couple more, but this is pretty clear. There we go. But yeah, that's looking right. So you gotta have this first. You can add your sugar, your food coloring, your flavor, whatever you want to do with it. You could do after you make this. But if you don't want to do all that, you could just really throw this inside of any drink. You could throw it inside of a smoothie. You could throw it inside of some tea. Really, you could throw it inside anything, just the raw base. And yeah, whatever's gonna hide the. Cause I'm not gonna lie, you don't want to drink it raw, bro. It tastes disgusting. But you want to be able to hide the taste with something. So go ahead and mix it with something and enjoy your